One of my shadows is disconnection, to do with, if I'm disconnected, I am ultimately unsafe and very close to death stroke annihilation. So connection is very important to me as a means to keep me alive. And I write about that here. And one of my other shadows is that I am able to not only abandon my children, but to sacrifice them for my own selfish wants and gains. And that's a terrifying shadow because, again, if that were to be revealed, that I really can do that, it brings me to the edge of exclusion and death. Most shadows, one way or another, eventually bring us to death because they are ego-driven, and what the ego fears most of all is its own death. So they're all illusions, but they don't feel at all illusory when we're in them. So that's one of the biggest values of shadows, is to get outside them and to be able to see. To be able to see your own shadow is unbelievably valuable. Right, the other thing about shadows is, well, as I've just kind of revealed, hopefully, they tend to be the parts of us that we most dread to find that we actually are, or that we're actually able to become. They are our worst nightmare. And one of the clues to your own shadow is the way you are in the world. So if you are pretty stiff upper lip and pretty intellectual, it may be, and I'm not suggesting it is, but it may be that you have a shadow of being a highly emotional person because of what that means. If you become a highly emotional person and you trace it back through your own history, all shadows are uniquely individual. I'm not sure if I can say uniquely individual in the same sentence, and I'll just work on that later. And other possible shadows are that you could be a tramp if you're very well-to-do. You'll have to look at your own shadows. Look at the way you are in the world. Or better still, join a heart intelligence group and have others help you to find out, because of the power of the witness and the power of the group. And one of the other aspects about shadows that I want to bring up here is that you don't have a sense of humour around your own shadow. I argue that may even be once it's revealed, but I'll think about that. But certainly when you don't know that there's a shadow operating, one of the clues is your sense of humour fails. If someone has somehow trespassed somewhere close to some shadow aspect of yourself that you are working very hard unconsciously to defend, you don't find it funny. You're triggered into building more defences. You might pretend to find it funny, that's just another defence. Really, we do protect these aspects of ourselves with all we've got in terms of defences. And the problem with that is it takes energy. We're using our own psychic energy all the time to protect aspects of ourselves that we do not want to be seen, that we believe are true. And the sadness is that they're not true, they're all illusions. But until we are willing to look in and bust the myths, we continue to protect ourselves and use up really valuable energy that could be better used for other things. Shadows. Whoa. Thank you.